working, I'm vibing, I'm chilling, I'm good.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, SeANA, back up in this joint. I'm gonna show you some new nose piercings that I got. So it's like a mixture of little hoops and studs. So as you can see, or you might already know, that I got both sides. I wear a hoop on the side and a stud on the side. They're both piercings that I did myself, and I did videos on them, so yeah, if you want to go back. Actually, I should make a playlist for nose piercing videos, but anyway, yeah, so at this point, I believe both piercings are pretty much healed. This one should definitely be healed because I did this one over a year ago now. And this one is actually almost a year. I did it back in December 2019, so yeah, I think for the most part, they're pretty much healed. So I'm able to change them easily now. So, but I did make a video changing this one to a hoop when it was only about 2 months old. So yeah, and that was a struggle. So there's a video on that. So in this video, I'm just going to show you some of the new nose piercings that I got and show you how to put them in. And if you know, in case you need help with that. So this one that I have in on this side is a seamless nose hoop. It's completely round all the way around. And then this one is a corkscrew. When I pierced it, of course, I had like the straight bar one where it has like a little point. I had like a little teeny tiny gem. This one's a tiny bit bigger than the one I pierced it with, but this one's a corkscrew. So I have this like nose piercing set right here that I got from Amazon. They're all silver. They also have the same set in gold. It's probably, I think it's like around $6 or $7 on Amazon. So it has two different types of hoops. I don't know if you can see it, but this one is like, it looks like a full hoop, but it has like this thing. I don't know how to get this one open, so I haven't even tried to put this one in yet. I'm not sure what kind of hoop this is. Like, I don't know if it's like a hinged hoop. It doesn't look like a hinged hoop, so I'm not sure how to get this one open, so I'm not even gonna attempt to put this one in right now because I can't even get it open. So yeah, if you know how, then feel free to comment explaining that, but we won't be talking about this one today. Anyways, it has two of those. Then it has this type of hoop, the one that's open, and it has like a little like stopper at the end to keep it from falling out. So it has two of those. Then it has studs, like little gem, like white gem studs. So it has like three. This one is like the straight one. Like the end is a tiny bit wider, it has a little bit wider end. I haven't even tried to put this one in yet, but there's like three different sizes of the gemstones. So this is like, so it has like the super teeny tiny gem, which I think was the size that I pierced my nose with. And it has like a medium size, which I think is about the size of this one that I have in. There's a bigger size, and then it has three corkscrews. The corkscrews are probably about like the medium size. This is one of the corkscrews. Yeah, this is the corkscrew. So the seamless hoop has like a little opening right there, so you're going to turn it like this. Don't pull it apart like that, and then you just try to grip it. But I gotta be like up close in the mirror when I do this though. So you get a grip of both sides, and then you pull it apart like that. Just pull it just wide enough that you can take it out. Okay, I probably should have put it open a little bit wider, but you gotta pull it. So if you're changing your piercing from a stud to a hoop for the first time, I don't know, I guess it depends on what kind of stud. Like if you have just a straight one like this, I don't know, it's like it's easy to get out, but it might kind of hurt at the same time because of the end is wider, especially if your piercing's not healed. Actually, this one, it still can even hurt even with my piercing healed. Like I feel like this little wide part, it's like you kind of have to struggle with it a little bit to get it all the way through the hole. But yeah, when you're pulling it out, if you just do it slowly and take your time, you'll get it. As far as the corkscrew one, I'm not sure because my piercing was already it was mostly healed. But months ago, the stud that I pierced it with, it was a straight one with the pointy end, and it fell out. And then when I tried to put it back in, I was struggling to get it back in because it hurt. So then I just took a corkscrew one that I had, and it seemed to just go in like just perfectly easily with no problems. That was the first time ever putting a corkscrew in, ever. And I don't think my piercing was like 100% healed, but it went in easily. So I don't know. But I'm just saying the corkscrew probably just comes out easy. Now if you're gonna put a hoop into a piercing that's not completely healed, I imagine that this one would probably be the easiest one because it just goes in so easily. When I changed mine for the first time, I did the seamless hoop and it was a struggle because like your piercing's not completely healed and it's like a struggle trying to like get it closed. That's like the main struggle is, I mean it could be a struggle like trying to, you know, because you gotta like find the other end and everything, so you just gotta like take your time with it, and you know it could hurt, but you just gotta really take your time with it. And then it's the part when you're trying to get it closed can be because you gotta really like use some strength to like get it closed, and but try to be careful not to pull on the piercing too much. And then what makes it even harder is if you have nails. So, and these are like my real nails and it's not even that long, but it could be a struggle. So I imagine if you got like fake nails, you know, like it's gonna be a struggle. So what you might need to do is use like a pair of pliers to help grip it if you can't, you know, get it closed with just your nails. It's like the nail is kind of like, I don't know, at least for me, like my nail kind of like gets in the way from being able to pull it all the way closed. So I feel like if I had a piercing that's not completely healed and want to change it to a hoop, I would probably just do this kind. I feel like it would probably be easier because, yeah, it's open and it's pretty easy. I mean, I haven't done it while it wasn't healed, but so you gotta put it in the inside and go that way. And then you just put it in, find the hole. Mine finds it easy because it's already healed, but you know, and then you just turn it all the way around until the little stopper end is all the way. So that one's pretty easy. I feel like that one would probably be the easiest if your piercing's not healed. So the only thing about this piercing, like I said, I feel like it's easier to probably use this kind of hoop if your piercing's not all the way healed. So, but for me, since my piercing is mostly healed and, you know, anyway, I still like wearing the seamless hoop, and it's not really that much of a struggle since like my piercing's healed, so it doesn't really hurt or anything if I'm struggling to open or close it. Because like the thing is, alright, so the thing about this one that I don't like is because sometimes, like, say if you were messing with your nose or doing something or you like itched it or whatever, yeah, sometimes it'll be turned like this and you might not realize it. At least that happens to me. Like there's even a couple of my previous videos where it was like that. Maybe nobody noticed it, which that's a good thing, but yeah, sometimes it's like that and I don't be realizing it until I happen to look in the mirror and be like, oh man, my nose ring was like this the whole time. So there's that. Or sometimes like I'll look in the mirror and it's like this, or it looks like that, and it makes me feel like it looks like I got like a booger like in my nose. Like I don't know, I just don't like the look of that. Yeah, I don't know, I just don't like the look of that. So I feel like I'd rather have the seamless hoop in then, because then I don't have to worry about checking my nose ring and making sure that it's like, you know, the right way, that's not like upside down or flipped up the wrong way, you know, looking weird. Like I don't have to keep, like I don't gotta worry that it's gonna not look right. So that's why I prefer the seamless hoop. So real quick, okay, so here's like the so I have the corkscrew. So I mean, I feel like it's easy if your piercing is still like healing. It's still kind of easy, like easier than the straight one, only because the straight one has the you know, the wider end. But if you do this, just stick it in And then once you got that in, then you just kind of carefully, I'll just slowly just start turning it, going, following the way it's shaped, like, and it just kind of slides in. If your piercing's not healed, just do it slowly and take your time. And boom. And then just pulling it out is the same thing. So yeah. Okay, and then taking out the open tube, it's pretty easy. It's self-explanatory, really. And then here's the straight stud. Like I said, it can be more of a struggle, especially if your piercing's not that healed. It's the wide end, but you just carefully just try to keep it straight. Follow the angle that your hole is pierced, and just keep pushing. How do I look with two studs? I don't know if I really like the look of just two studs though. I like the hoop and the stud. Okay, so now we're going to put the seamless hoop in. Okay, so I already showed you taking the seamless hoop out. Like I said, or like getting ready to put it in. It's like you just pull it apart. You see where there's an opening. Pull it apart like this, so you're going like this. Pull it apart. I think about that wide might be good. For me, I start with putting it through the top, but if it's easier to do the inside, it's more of a struggle to find the hole in the inside. So just put it through and then just keep working your way. If your piercing's not healed, it will be more of a struggle, and you just take your time, and until eventually you find the end. And once it's through, like that, then you're just gonna close it back the same way. Now closing it is a little bit harder than opening it, because you want to get it closed good enough. Like I said, if you have nails, it's harder, but you just gotta like grip it. Like this nail can get in the way of getting it closed. You want to make sure your fingers are not sweaty and oily too, because your hands will like slip, especially if your piercing's not healed. Like that's like the only thing about trying to get it closed. Like I said, if you have pliers, it might be easier to use like pliers on one side, and then your fingers on one side. So okay, so I got it closed pretty good. There might still be a slight opening, but you can get it closed as good using pliers or whatever, using your finger. It's best to have it closed as good as possible, mainly if your piercing is not healed yet, because the thing with the seamless hoop is you want to be careful of this opening, like especially if there's a little bit of a space. You want to be careful of that getting inside of your piercing, especially when it's not healed, because it can kind of hurt a little bit like that. And you don't want it to stay in there while it's healing, so try to make sure like this part is always turned outwards. I mean, if you don't want it showing and you want to hide it in your nose, like on the inside, but just you gotta kind of keep checking to make sure it's not getting up in the piercing, and if it does, try to pull it back out right away, because it can kind of hurt, especially if your piercing starts healing. Like if it stays in there, like like that, and you want to get stuck, and you know what I mean? Like, so especially if your piercing is not healed all the way and you're gonna put this seamless hoop, just make sure the seam is closed as good as possible. Like there's not really a space. You know, squeeze it a little bit just to make sure, you know, that's, you know, but if it's not, but if your piercing's all the way healed, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, mine's healed now, so it's not really a huge deal. I mean, sometimes it can still be annoying, like if that part does get inside, like, because you can still feel it. Like if I try to pull it back out, I can still feel like the edges scraping it. It doesn't really hurt, but like, I don't know. But I'm just saying, if your piercing's not healed, it might hurt. But yeah, so that's my update on my nose piercings and the nose rings that I put in, and showing you how I put them in and take them out. And hopefully that was helpful. If it's not, I don't know, feel free to ask any questions. If you need me to make another video explaining something better, I don't know, yeah, just comment below. Feel free to ask anything. I'll probably try to do some more videos. If there's any other things that you want to know about my nose piercings or whatever, then, you know, comment below, and, you know, I can, you know, make some more videos or answer questions or whatever. Okay, anyways, so that's it. I'll see you in another video. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. Give a thumbs up if you like this. Okay, and yeah, I'll see you in another video. Bye.
Money is revenge, money, revenge. Money is revenge, money, revenge. Money is revenge, money, revenge. Money is revenge. I counted up with my friends. Just like my song, I with Hazy Jude. This is how I move. Lost the game, ain't got shit to lose. Got a lot to prove. On the move, we be on the move. We be on the move, baby, bustin' blanks. Ain't gotta pick and choose. Watch me groove, baby, watch me groove. Watch me hit my groove. That's your girl, that's your baby boo. Ate up like food. How we do, how we do. Just like fly up in that seat, in the cut.